Okay, today we're going to look at the process of spermatogenesis. So in males, when we go through the process of meiosis, you're going to have a total of 4 sperm cells produced. And females, in meiosis, it results in 1 egg cell and 3 polar bodies, which is a big difference between male and female meiosis. And those polar bodies are not used. This is something we'll talk about later on. All right, so let's look at spermatogenesis. And by definition, the term spermatogenesis means the formation of sperm cells. And it results in 4 sperm cells. And that's coming from one of the germ cells that I'm going to talk about here a little bit later on. The process will start around birth, and then it will just freeze for a little bit until the gentleman reaches puberty. And then it will continue, and it will last for the entire lifetime of the male. Which again, when we get into the female part of meiosis, we'll notice that's not true for a female. So males have no expiration date on their reproduction, where females do. And this is where we can hear odd cases of a 90-year-old man getting a woman pregnant because there is no time limit where a man stops making sperm. All right, the sperm cell itself is the smallest cell in the human body, which is very unique because, again, when we compare to the egg cell is actually the largest cell in the human body. And this last one, it says the germ cell splits through mitosis, and then 1/2 goes through meiosis. So what happens, you have a germ cell, and it's going to split in half through mitosis. And then one of those halves is going to go through meiosis. The other one is going to split in half. And one of those halves is going to go through meiosis. The other one is going to split in half. And the other one goes through meiosis, and so on and so on. So that way, you're always capable of regenerating sperm cells. All right, I got a nice little picture here. Kind of a little bit hard to see. But you can see that as I start with 46 chromosomes, I eventually break down into 23 total single ones. And from one cell, I end up. A few other interesting facts that I have is, first of all, testes are what form the sperm cells. And sperm not used is going to be reabsorbed into the body. And then at that point, it will just be dissolved into the body and broken into pieces and everything. For optimal sperm production, the testes must be kept 1 to 2 degrees cooler than the body. And this is kind of interesting because they've looked at some male fertility issues, and they've noticed that testes kept at a warmer temperature have actually decreased sperm. That's also another reason why males actually have their reproductive organs on the outside, and that's to keep the sperm at a cooler temperature. And around 80 to 300 million sperm are released in one ejaculation, which is a huge amount of sperm. Remember, it only takes 1 sperm to fertilize an egg. And there we go. There is my presentation on spermatogenesis.